control? I still would say like most. But what we can say, I think, is that it's entirely plausible that our behaviour could be affected by parasites. But I don't think we should freak out at the concept that we might sometimes make decisions not entirely of our own volition.
I'm freaking out.
You freaking out?
Yeah.
It's because I made you freak out.
Yeah, you did.
This capacity to constantly subvert our way of thinking about the world makes parasites amazing. They're constantly inviting us to look at the natural world sideways and to ask if the behaviors we're seeing
go to the end,
baffling and puzzling, are
and
not
then
the
you
results of
zip up.
individuals acting through their own accord, but because they are being bent to the control of something else. And while that idea may be disquieting, and while parasites' habits may be very grisly, I think that ability to surprise us makes them as wonderful and as charismatic as any panda or butterfly or dolphin. But perhaps that's just a parasite talking. Thank you.
Science journalist Ed Young, he's got a new book coming out soon called I Contain Multitudes. It's all about microbes. Watch his full talk at TED.com. Today on the show, ideas about the hidden things in our world and the people who find them.
That's right.
For a living.
My name is Sarah Parkek, and I am an archaeologist.
And as an archaeologist, Sarah Parkek searches for traces of past civilizations hidden beneath the earth for thousands of years. Do you think that every civilization eventually becomes buried and hidden?
Yeah, I think that all civilizations do. I think there are also a lot of civilizations and cultures out there that we don't know about yet.
Sarah has discovered an ancient amphitheater under the airport in Rome.
Like the equivalent of an ancient cineplex.
An unknown temple in Petra.
Could be a temple, not sure.
And the lost city of Tanis in Egypt.
It was Egypt's capital for about 400 years.
And how Sarah discovered these sites? Not by digging, but by building on a technique used by her grandfather.
My grandfather, Harold Young, was one of the pioneers of using aerial photography and forestry. And so by the time I got to college, I thought, if Grampy did this for forestry, I bet lots of people have done this for archaeology. It would be fun to see what he did. And I feel like I was the first kid in the candy store. You know, virtually no one had used it before in Egypt.
So after Sarah graduated, she started to experiment with a method that has now completely revolutionized archaeology. And as she explained on the TED stage, it's earned her a special title.
I'm a space archaeologist. Let me repeat that. I am a space archaeologist. This means that I use satellite images and process them using algorithms and look at subtle differences in the light spectrum that indicate buried things under the ground that I get to go excavate and survey. And by the way, NASA has a space archaeology program, so it's a real job. This is from a site south of Cairo, so let's have a look from space. You can't see anything. When we process the image using algorithms, think like a space-based CAT scan, this is what you see. This rectilinear form is an ancient tomb that is previously unknown and unexcavated, and you all are the first people to see it in thousands of years.
So what does satellite imagery mean for all the hidden sites yet to be discovered? Sarah Parkek explains in just a moment. I'm Guy Raz, and on the show today, ideas about our hidden world. You're listening to the TED Radio Hour from NPR.
It's the TED Radio Hour on your public radio, 88.1 WYPR. Stay with us, coming up at 3.